and the energy is the moon. So it's a day where things are in flux. There are fluctuating circumstances that may feel unsettling. There's some uncertainty about some aspect of your life. Now, the moon is a very complicated card. It connects to your emotional security, your memories, that rich inner world of yours. Now, that may come out in creative form. You may be focused on some artistic endeavor. Maybe you're a creative writer. Maybe you're a psychic. It's also about people who deal with the emotional, the psychological. So perhaps if you've been feeling depressed or ill or facing some serious situation, you may be connecting to a therapist, a psychologist, or a counselor of some sort. If you've been very ambitious this week, perhaps, this is you being very visionary. You're looking toward the future. You're trying to create and build upon a dream. For others of you, because this is a card of change and unsettled, some of you may be doing some travel. Maybe there's a focus on land, business, dealing with the public. But at the root is emotional security. And that is always rooted in the maternal. So for some of you, it could be your own maternal instincts. It could be issues connected to your mother, your role as a mother, a connection to children. It may even be food, because food is a source of nourishment and nurturance. And that's important to you today. So there are some things going on in your life that require you take a closer look. You're going to have to examine something more closely, which is a reinforcement of the overarching card. Doing that assessment, looking at the cracks, what works, what doesn't. And yesterday's card, shadow work, reinforces again being honest with yourself, perhaps brutally so, to get to the truth of a situation, not what you want it to be, but what it actually is. Now, it's a day where you may feel a little bit off kilter, out of sync with others. Maybe you're under the weather, or you're irritable, or you're depressed, or suspicious, or anxious, and yet you don't know what it is. You don't know why. You can't pinpoint that source of distress. It's just the feeling of foreboding. And it could be that because, you're very highly intuitive today and emotionally connected to those closest to you, that feeling is actually rooted in a prophecy of some sort. You are about to hear some bad news about someone you know, someone that's close to you, someone that you care for. So, today you may touch on some psychological or emotional issues. Now, it could also be, again, the physical in focus. You may be more susceptible to feeling on edge or nervous, or dealing with illnesses that are a direct result of stressful experiences. These are stress-related ailments that may even be difficult to diagnose. Emotionally, there's this sense of neediness, possessiveness, territorial behavior where, you may be going out of your way to do something. Maybe you're taking on those extra burdens that don't belong to you because you simply want that love, that affection. You need to be needed. You need to feel good. And you make yourself vulnerable. And you're also vulnerable to criticism and what you perceive to be a slight. Words that people say, or something that an offhanded remark, you take it to heart and you take it in the wrong way. Today is a day where you probably should try to wind down, to try to relax a little bit. Find something that is soothing to you, something that is distracting, something that you enjoy, some outlet. Maybe it's physical. Maybe you run or you walk or you play a sport, or maybe listening to music or playing music or writing or painting, whatever your thing is, so that you don't start lashing out at other people and taking your frustrations out on them. And again, this is about truth. Something is coming into your awareness. If anything has been hidden, some kind of secret, yours or that of others, it's going to be revealed today. And it may be some truths where you've been in self-denial about something, about your job or your health or the state of your relationship. And you're really having to look at where you've been self-sabotaging, self-defeating, where you've been working against yourself, undermining your own effort. Maybe you feel you were unworthy, you didn't deserve something. And you're letting your fears or your anger close off opportunity that you should be taking. You're allowing the emotions to prevent you from making changes that would make things better for you. So today is a day where, something is revealed. It may be a deception. It may be a betrayal. It may be some bad news. Something is coming to light. And you have to once again remember that being overwhelmed by a situation, particularly material preoccupation, maybe you have some financial worries, and maybe you've gotten a bid, an estimate, or there's something that needs to be repaired, or some changes, or something is going on with home, property, family, whatever it is. It's weighing on you, but staying in that victim mentality mode or feeling stuck only means that you're working again. That energy is counterproductive to what you hope to achieve. I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, worry is a form of prayer. You have to be very mindful of what your thoughts are, because you are constantly creating your reality. You are a very powerful individual, and perhaps unbeknownst to yourself. So, this is a day to get through some kind of confusion and see some things with clarity. Dealing with your own emotional health challenges, or maybe you're connecting with mentally challenged individuals, deceptive people, maybe even crooks, given services that have been exchanged or some kind of work that's been produced. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that has lied to you. But whatever it is, today requires vigilance to get to the bottom of it. So there's a delicate balance today between your emotional perspective, your material assets, and the opportunities that are subject to change today without notice.